Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am holding my professional notebook because we must go to serious matters. Anyways, it's good to have you guys. From the last time we spoke, we're talking about 7 streams of income, and I'd promised we're going to change how we plan for our futures financially. What has happened between then? 2 weeks now, I went back to work. My maternity leave is done. Yes, it's been 3 months since I had a child, because a lot of people were saying, that was too quick. There's no way that was 3 months. It was. When you're living in it, you can feel it. So how has the time back to work been? Actually quite okay. I think going back to work in these COVID times, there's nobody on the streets. Everything is quiet or moving slower. So yeah, it's not as bad. But anyways, so I said I want to start a conversation about how you and I are going to plan to do life differently. And of course, that involves planning financially, right? What little things and habits are we going to have to change here and there to better ourselves so that we don't get shocked financially should anything like a pandemic hit us, or just life generally. So yeah, welcome back. So I was thinking of what to share with you, and I was writing in my notebook, and I thought there are things that I got to know and understand before I planned financially. 5 things. And if I can share those with you, then it's easier for you and I to move, along in the conversation afterwards. So today, I'm going to actually title the vlog Before You Plan. Yeah, what to know. The first thing, and I heard this from Caroline Motoko and Centonomy, the time value of money. How I like to understand the time value of money is just, one, the compounding effect of money. I used to hate being told, put 50,000 aside today, and in 3 years, you will have earned X amount of money. When I'd pull out the calculator to say, like, only this money? No. And that would demotivate me. However, I've come to understand the time value of money, that you can put that little aside, forget it, and in 5 years, it will make a difference for you. It's money you wouldn't have otherwise put aside. But the other big way that I like to look at time value of money is through long-term and short-term, right? When we're making plans, even if it's goals and a purpose, or it's just even if it's in your home, or even if it's your day, whatever it is you're planning for, things to do with money, there's long term and there's short term. So you might say in the short term, I'm trying to buy a car, or in the short term, my money is about rent, or in the short term, my money is about school fees. In the short term, for me, my money is just about eating and drinking, whatever it is. Or my long term is to build a home or get a mortgage. Or my long term is to make sure my kid gets college. Or long term, get married. Long term, invest into property. Whatever it is. It's always good to have those down. Why? Because those will give you then, how much am I putting down short term? How much am I putting down long term? Now, I know people who say 5-year plan, 10-year plan, and so on and so forth. I've never been able to go beyond a 1-year plan. I'll tell you, I've written down I have a 5-year plan. I do. But what I do, I always come down and say, what does 1 year look like? And I find it helps me because my procrastination, Bambi, will not allow me to look at 5 years. I look at it on paper, but in implementation, I'm only strong enough mentally to plan for 1 year at a time. What about you? Are you able to plan for 2 weeks? Do that. Don't be under pressure because somebody else can plan 3 months. No. Are you able to plan 6 months? Do that. That's the time value for me. How I understand the time value of money is that whatever I'm able to plan for, I do, short term or long term. Okay? The second thing to know before you plan financially are your emotions. Do you have them in check? And what kind of person are you when it comes to your emotions about money? I'll start with, of course, the things they say. What do you know about money? What have you been told about money? What are your beliefs about money? Are you the type of person who say, money ain't a thing? I don't need money to be happy. Money doesn't mean anything to me. I don't need to make it, blah, blah, blah. You're like the 1% in the world. Or you're the people who like to make money, like to see it, multiplying and doing things for you. Then there's also people who like money, but don't like to work for the money. Then there are people who like to make the money. They're hardworking. They do make the money, but they don't actually spend on themselves. They do nothing for themselves. They're happier if they give it out to people. They change lives. They invest for others. You're good people. You have good hearts. But listen, for me, I feel like when it comes to emotions, outside of what you've been told or your beliefs about money, it is how you react when you have money. I was told by a nutritionist that my DNA is the hunters. Apparently, we're the type of people who make very terrible decisions when we're happy and still make terrible decisions when we're not happy. So apparently, I'm the type of person, he's right, who, when I have money in my pockets and you come and cry about whatever problem it is, I'll cry with you and then give my entire wallet to you. Very true. And then also, if I'm annoyed, I'm the type of person who won't settle until the money is over, because you'll eat something nice, you'll buy something nice, just spend, spend, spend until you're happy. That's dangerous. And I think a lot of us fall in that. We fall into the point where whenever you're liquid and you have cash, it must go. You won't rest until it has gone. I was explaining to someone that at home, for example, I've started this whole thing about having brunch every Sunday. And third Sunday in, I said, why? Why must I have 10 things on a menu? Why am I wasting food and wasting money? But it's an emotional decision. Me, I made the decision to have brunch at home every Sunday because I thought it made me look nice and happy and a good homemaker. But because of that emotional decision, I'm wasting money. Okay, so emotions, you've got to check them before you plan financially. The other is your environment or opportunities. Let's be honest. Depending on where you're born, you live, or you operate or work, your opportunities are different from the next person. Each country is different, each town is different, each village is different. You're presented different opportunities, even if you're the most hardworking person. Because let's be honest, the most hardworking person in Canada is different from the most hardworking person in Uganda, different from the most hardworking person in Kenya. Because you'll all have different opportunities. So look at your environment. What does it present you with? What kind of opportunities are available? Are you dreaming beyond the opportunities and what's possible? Are you dreaming below it? Are you dreaming within it? Are you not even aware of what kind of opportunities come with your environment? Check yourself, okay? Then your circle. Oh my God, this is very, very important before you plan financially or for your future. If you are an ardent fan of my vlogs, I'm always thinking about change your friends or the people you hang with, because they either make you or break you. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Some of the investment decisions I've made, I've been either advised or introduced to by my friends. Yes, my circle. But however, they're the same people who, when we are out to have a good time, you'll find us laughing our heads off, because there's a time for everything. And my circle of friends knows that. They know there's a time for us to plan for our future, there's a time for us to make money, a time for us to invest it, a time for us to advise each other, a time to empower each other, and a time to have a good time. What kind of circle do you have? Are they going to be with you in the next phase as we plan for the future or not? And then, of course, the last one is habits or behaviors. I put it last because it's the most important, I know. If your habits are one thing and your plans are another, you might as well throw out the entire goal and planning and just throw it out. In fact, take the whole notebook and say, sweet. Let's be honest. I was telling someone, me and shopping lists. I'm going to just show you, maybe let me show you first that I have two different diaries and how I plan for the day and all of that. So I have two books or diaries, as you like to say. This one in particular is a book. It's a happy smile, because why not? We need that. So when you see me write in this particular one, it's because it's my daily schedule, my work schedule. I'm supposed to make this phone call, write this script, do this and that. So it's work. It's the professional diary. And then I come to this particular book, which is personal, stroke home. So it will have my shopping list for groceries. It will have my day's tasks for, my house manager. So what are you supposed to clean? When are you supposed to clean? What timelines and all of that. And then it has my budgeting as well, because sometimes I need to know where did the money go? What did I spend on and all of that. So sometimes it helps me to track my spending. We'll talk about tracking spending at some point. So this is the book. So it has a lot written in it, to be honest. Plenty. So if you read this book, at 1 minute it has dust the table, and then in the next minute it has spend here. So it's got everything, but it's my personal stroke home spending book. It's very good to track, because when you have some free time and you go and sit down and look at what you've spent on, you'll shock yourself. So I was saying that For me, I write a shopping list. I'm the girl, every single week I have a shopping list to the T. In fact, I look into the pantry, I see what's missing in my home, and I write it down. But once I enter the supermarket, I can even buy dog food if I don't have a dog at home. Eh? I'm that chick because I'm like, but the packaging looks nice, and how much? It's not that expensive. I don't know what happens, but it's just my behavior. It's just a habit I have when I walk into a supermarket. I just can't buy what I need to buy on that list, and I'm working on it. But because I know that, I know that's my problem. I know one of my problems, where do I spend the most unnecessarily? This one. Actually, it also applies to restaurants. If you send me to a restaurant to buy you a meal, you're even specific about what meal you want. I'm the type of person who gets there and says, but maybe they need also a milkshake. Maybe you didn't know you needed a juice. Let me add it on. So that's my problem. I know it and I'm working on it. What are your habits saying about you? Habits and behaviors versus the plans you have. You understand? Some of you have, as my friend Tato says, rich habits in your head. You know, you think like a Maserati owner. You know, everything can be attained, everything can be gotten, and because of that, you're always letting go of the money you have just because you think, I can always earn some more. So change your habits slowly, of course, one at a time, and that way it will enable us to make better plans for our future. So now that we have those 5 things out of the way, you can check them. The next conversation will take us one step closer into making our money and investing our money. Okay? Always good to have you. Subscribe.